Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today's video is going to be a very special video because today we're going to go through my full match highlights, and they are my first ever highlights. It is a 9-a-side game in a horrible pitch that is quite far away from my home, but a guy that I knew needed a left center back or a left back, and he called me up to play, and I think I performed relatively well in this game. Now, my side here is the team in the blue, and I'm wearing number 9, as you can see. And the opposition is the team in the yellow. And my team is actually just a youth team, so we're under 21s. And their team is full grown-ups. So first touch of the game here, my midfield sprays the ball to me, and I lay it off to my forward, who is, making a wide run. First touch of the game, guys. Alright, 2 minutes in, I receive the ball again from the center back. I fake a long pass and I bring it back to my goalkeeper because I don't see any solutions forward. And he decides to play it up to our strikers. Ball bounces back to my side of the field. I'm marking my man here, and I just, push him off the ball because I know that I'm stronger than him. And I continue to throw the ball forward to my midfielders. He, loses the header, but, we get the throw in again, and I throw it back to my forwards. Alright, from the corner here, my pal here just picks me out, and I decide to cross in a pretty good ball, but just slightly higher than what I wanted for my strikers. Next touch, I receive the ball again. I don't see any solutions forward, so I cut the ball back and pass it back to my center backs so he can switch the flank. As you guys can see, I play a very simple style of play, and I don't like to lose the ball much at all. Here they play a ball forward, keeper's coming up, I yell for him to come up, and then I use my body to block the other forward. Ball comes down to my part of the pitch again. Center back does a good job to intercept the pass. I receive the ball and pass it back to my wide midfielder. Here we get a free kick here, and I am on the free kick. I'm going to cross the ball in and try to get to one of my forwards. I saw that one of my forwards was free in around the box, so I tried to chip the ball into him, and then he unfortunately fouls the defender. Here I receive the ball from my goalkeeper. I look forward to see if anybody making a run, and nobody's making a run, but I see down the line I have my midfielder, so I play him in, but unfortunately he can't get a touch on the ball. Keeper rolls the ball back out to me again. I receive the ball, I move it forward, no options, pass it back to the center back so he can switch the play to the other side or play it into our midfield. Alright, next play, I throw the ball to our midfielder. I actually kind of misthrow it and throw it onto their forward. He kicks it up onto our defense. Keeper collects it. Our center back is holding up to the ball. Midfielder drops to receive the ball. And yeah. Here the play gets a little bit wild, and I flick it up to my forward. It was a really bad flick, guys. The pitch was not nice at all, so that was a bit of my fault. Here the ball goes out to my side of play. I try to, keep myself defensively solid. I saw that, there was someone running behind me, so I decided to anticipate, the midfielder putting the ball down the sideline, and I stick my foot out, and I intercept it. Next up, just going to throw it back to my center back. He plays it back to me. And I see my midfielder making a good run down again, but unfortunately he can't get to the ball again. The field was quite slippery on this day because it rained just 30 minutes before the game, so it was hard for my midfielders. Here my midfielder plays me out onto the side. I flick the ball past the defender and shoot the ball right away. And it was a really good shot, guys. I had a good feeling that it was going to go in, but it actually hit the defender's body, so nothing I can do about that. Throw the ball in. My midfielder does well to, protect the ball. He tries to cross it in, but unsuccessful. Here, I saw my players in midfield doing combinations, and I decided to run up the field to create some support. I crossed the ball in, and it actually reaches my forward on the far side. but he can't handle the ball quickly enough. Alright, next play of the game, I received the ball from my center backs again. I decided to bring it up a little bit forward, cross it into my forward that had a lot of space in front of the box. But unfortunately, he had a good touch but can't play it well. They then go on a counter and they dribble past me, but I saw an opening and I slid a tackle in and got the ball out of the pitch. Good defensive play from myself. Ball again comes to my side of the field. I use my body and my strength to body all of them on the floor. I saw that their forwards was going to go make a slide tackle, so I decided to make a fake move, a dummy move, and cut the ball back. And he actually did slide tackle in, and it got called for a foul. And from there, we just played the ball up. Here, my midfielder plays a ball backwards, and I decided to play it back to my center back and not clear it out because I like to play with a lot of composure on the ball and I don't like clearing the ball out randomly. Ball comes back to me, see the forward down the line, but bad touch from him, nothing you can do about it. Here we get actually a free kick outside the box. I curled it in really well, it was on target, but it just wasn't to the side enough. It was in the middle of the goal, so I made it easy for the keeper. If it was on to the left or right a little bit more, I think it had a chance of going in. But that's very unlucky, boys. Here, my midfielder does a good job to break the counterattack. I take one touch and cross the ball to the forward on the far side right away, and he gets his head on it. But unluckily, we couldn't score, and their keeper did a good job of pushing it away. Really good cross for myself. My crossing this game was really, really good, guys. I was actually, really proud of it. Here, they have a really quick break on the counterattack, and our defense does not do a good job of clearing it. I saw that there was another forward running behind me, so I couldn't, slide tackle into their forward that was having the ball right away because he could have passed the ball, so I tried to close the pass down and limit his angles, but unfortunately, he takes a really quick shot. Our keeper fumbles it, and, we couldn't keep the ball out of the net. Here you can see I was trying to close the angles down and also closing the passing lane, but, it was really unlucky overall. Here I received the ball from a center back, play it into my midfield, and he plays it out to our winger. Alright guys, and that is going to be the first half. Now we're going to move on to the second half highlights. Second half highlights, and this pitch is already dark already. First play of the second half, I receive the ball, take one touch and try to cross it into my forwards. The ball is again just a little bit higher than expected, which is not good. Ball comes up in the air here. I take a really good touch to take the ball down, but I just fumble it a little bit and lose the ball. They get a shot from it. Lucky for me, it didn't go in, but yeah, not good for me, guys. I really should have kept composure and passed it back to my center back. Here, we actually face a counterattack from them from a corner. I run back really fast and slid a tackle in just to, be safe. And in the second half, guys, I played a lot higher than I did in the first half. In the first half, I played a left back. And in the second half, we needed to attack and get a goal. So I actually played as a left midfielder. Here I get the ball and just turn it back to my center mid so he can play it to our forwards. Here I receive the ball again in a really good position, take a one-time cross, but again, just a little bit high and a little bit too powerful. I keep forgetting that our forwards are not the tallest players and they don't have good jumping reach, so next time I'll definitely try to make lower crosses. Here I receive the ball in the wing. I make a really good move to get past the defender. I was going to put a cross into my forward inside, but their center back does a good job to slide tackle me and it goes out for a corner. Now for the corner, I was actually the taker of this corner. I took this corner, flies in, and it's actually touching, and the ball actually touched the center back's arm. So the referee called it for a penalty, and from the penalty spot, our captain center back scores it, and now the score is 1-1, and we have a chance of winning the game. I don't know if it counted as an assist, but yeah, a good corner from myself, I guess. Here in the middle of the pitch, we get the ball back. We stole the ball from their midfield. I play a ball into my forward. He takes a touch inside, but the shot just goes wide. A really good opportunity for us to get ahead in the game, but really unlucky, guys. Played the ball into my forward. Good touch from him. Just couldn't get the finish off. Ball comes back onto my wing. I saw that there was no option up. I cut the ball back and played it into my midfield again, and we played it out in the back. Tried to switch the flanks and play the ball long again. Here we get a little bit of a counterattack from a corner. Our forward does really well to take a good touch and push the ball up. Here you can see me running in the middle from our box to box, and unluckily I could not get a touch on the ball. The keeper does a good job to anticipate the flight of the cross, and I couldn't score the goal. Next play, I'm on this far left side. I received the ball from the other side and played it into our midfield. Really lucky for me because it was a missed pass, but their midfield couldn't intercept it. So, yeah, luckily it still arrived at our forward's legs. Here we get a free kick from outside of the box. I try to put a cross in, and it was really close for my forwards to get their head on it. But yeah, unlucky for us, we didn't get a goal from it. Here I received the ball again. I dragged the ball inside, played it back to my center back, actually my midfield, who was going wide. They get a free throw here, and I just intercepted on the wing. Anticipate the play and intercept it. Here my midfield plays a long ball forward to me, but the field was super slippery, guys, and we couldn't even get to wear spikes. We had to wear like these plastic, I guess, shoes that didn't have any spikes beneath them in the sole, so it was really slippery with the rain and grass as well. Here I received the ball, and this was a really good chance, guys, but I just messed it up by taking a really far touch to my right. I wanted to cut inside and then shoot the ball, but unluckily for me, it was a bad decision. I think I should have just gone to my left and hit the ball across the body to the far post. But yeah, guys, really unlucky. And that's going to be the end of the game. It's going to be a 1-1 draw. And yeah, and that's going to be it, guys. See ya.